I'm Pam Thomas. I help visionary leaders unlock their potential for a global impact. And I wanted to share with you some of the experiences that I've had working with Margaret Lynch Ranieri's work. So I serve leaders with paradigm shifting visions and have had clients who come in looking to take their work to the next level but are stuck. And I'm thinking of one in particular who was stuck trying to build a new wellness oriented business, having transitioned recently from the corporate environment. And she was struggling to get her business off the ground. So, this client had experienced chronic pain since childhood. And in particular, she had low back pain and restrictions in her mobility of her hips. And what we started to notice together is that the client was playing small and dampening her voice because the last time that she had used her full voice with a loved one, a tragedy occurred. In the first session, we decided to just work on something that was causing her anxiety in the current in her current life. But during this session, amazing things happened. So, first of all, she had a breakthrough in her resistance to feeling all the feelings that she had buried. And we spent some time working through her guilt and anger together. And then a flood of emotions suddenly lifted up and out of her system. And what was so interesting to me is that her voice literally dropped back down into her body. So, as women, a lot of times when we've had traumatic experiences and we're not in our bodies, our voices tend to go up high, and it's almost like the voice is circling in your head. But her voice just dropped right back down into her body, and the whole timbre of her voice completely changed. So within the hour, she had gone through a number of emotions, literally from sorrow to laughter, and a few things in between, like anger and anyhow. Also, it was a whole flood of emotions that came out. But by the end of the session, she was really excited and left with a smile and really felt like she was empowered now to take charge in her life and in the business. All of that stress and anxiety that she had experienced went from a 10 to a 2. And she even told me later, which was a surprise, a little bit of a surprise, but I guess not really, that she was experiencing some chronic pain relief, not a complete healing, but a significant difference that she could notice. And in that low back where she'd been having problems, she actually had a significant improvement in her mobility as well as the pain levels. And with regard to her work, she had a new clarity about the business and how she wanted to structure the business around her and who she is rather than a prescribed program that she had participated in. And she started making changes almost immediately. This is why I love what I do. The ability to help my clients unlock and move the things that are keeping them stuck and allow them to free up energy to move their lives forward in the direction they choose. It's really powerful stuff. In fact, I would call it world changing.